You may be asking yourself, who are the Death Korps of Krieg? And to put it bluntly, they are from the planet Krieg, who dicked over the Imperium and the Emperor a long time ago, and are so gung-ho on dying for it. It's kind of crazy. Now, if that explanation is good enough for you, skip to this timestamp right here. If you want a more in-depth summary of the Death Korps, this part is for you. The Death Korps of Krieg is the name of the Astra Militarum regiment originating from the post-nuclear death world of Krieg. Krieg rebelled against the Imperium some odd 1500 years ago in the 40th millennium and was bombarded by nuclear weapons, which was followed by 500 years of war to purge the heretics from the planet. As you can imagine, a bombardment of nuclear weapons isn't the best for the planet and its people, and the people of Krieg retreated into underground hive cities to get away and survive the toxic conditions. The Death Korps themselves seek redemption for their past transgressions and treachery against the Emperor and Imperium by displaying a disturbing disregard for their own lives in combat. The Death Korps have been raised and bred for war, and they see death in the name of the Emperor as their ultimate goal. Now, with the summary of the Death Korps out of the way, let's get into the rules. Our weapon restrictions today will be the R40K Hotshot Marksman Rifle for our primary, the G123 Thermite for our grenade, and last but not least, a CQC-73 Entrenchment Tool as our secondary. Now some of you may be asking, hey, why the shovel? Well, to put it simply, Krieg are funny shovel guys. Now, I'll be honest, I do think the Death Korps of Krieg are more than funny shovel guys, but it's kind of hard to talk about them without talking about their shovels. Now, in my opinion, this intro has been going on for long enough, so let's get to the stratagems. We will have the laser cannon, the 120 and 380 orbital bombardment, and the B1 supply pack. Now the rules of engagement. To make it more fun and enjoyable compared to my first video, we'll only need to do the main objective and outpost. Side objectives are, as the name suggests, side objectives and not our main priority. With that out of the way, let's finally get into the video. This operation will start with the mission Take Down Overship, and if you don't know what that mission entails, let me give you a basic rundown. There will be 2 access codes that spawn that we must get from little bunkers or sheds, and then we need to reach the planetary defense cannon, and, well, we need to take down the overship. Usually spawn close to an access code location, so we can move in pretty much a straight line and hopefully knock out these main objectives pretty easy. Upon landing and calling in my gear, run into a fence and it appears an unmovable object meets an unstoppable force as my shovel does absolutely nothing to the fence. Turning the corner, we run into our first encounter of the game, which, as you can imagine, goes about as well as you expected. After spawning back in and making our way to a couple of the bunkers, we finally find one that has the access code, which doesn't last very long for us.
They jumping me! They jumping me!
After getting our gear that we dropped, we immediately die again. Now I'll be honest. 3 deaths and we only have 1 access code. It's not looking good, sports fans. But luckily, I have one more trick up my sleeve. After borrowing the Joestar secret technique, we have arrived at the next access code location. We do get lucky and immediately find the access code in the first bunker we open, so that's pretty huge. After hauling ass, we make it to the planetary defense cannon with a couple friends right on our tail. For 10 minutes, we make little to no progress, which is absolutely insane, and I might need to retire, completely honest. After 10 minutes, like I said, we finally get the planetary defense cannon up and running, or at least raised. Now, aiming the cannon takes another 2 minutes or so let's just skip to that already done. Now, if the cannon aimed, you'd think this would just be easy, right?
Wrong!
Actually, it wasn't that bad. And you already know I had to laugh at these bozos. Afterwards, we clean up the rest of the outposts in the map. Another plus is that we're able to successfully extract.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
The void succumbs to managed democracy.
After that extract, that marks mission 1 of 3 complete. After doom-scrolling TikTok and going AFK for a little bit, we get a surprise guest.
Tom Holland. Man, what the fuck? Man, I don't want to talk yo.
Has left squadron.
Next up on a chopping block is conduct a geological survey. Now, the first seismic probe, we had no issues deploying and logging into and doing all that good stuff, doing the objective. Now, the second probe caused us a little bit more issue. One thing I personally really hated about this map was the water, not allowing me to dive properly, as you can see right here, causing me to die. As you're about to see, there's a problem with landing right back into a 380 barrage. I am able to log into the seismic probe, but that's all I can do, and I just run away. I actually run so far that I make it to a heavy outpost and decide to just clear it while I'm there. After clearing the outpost, we get a new supply pack, and we go and deal with the seismic probe again. And with that, the seismic probe is completed. As we make our way to the third seismic probe location, it looks like it's going to be easy like the first one. This is far from the truth. Deciding that the probe was too hot, I decided to take a play out of my own book and run away and, eventually come back to it later. I clear some enemies with the barrage, and then I head back to the seismic probe once it's completed. Arriving at the seismic probe with now much less enemies, we're able to complete the objective.
Reinforcements on the way.
After deploying all seismic probes, we make our way over to the location to deploy the prospecting drill. After deploying the prospecting drill, this looks like it's going to be a walk in the park, right? That could not be farther from the truth. We are able to get the samples pretty easily, but it's after that that the problems really kick off. After that death, we now have to play around the cooldown of our reinforcements. But we are able to finally upload the sample data.
Another triumph for managed democracy.
Now it is time for the outpost cleanup with the main objective completed.
Squid outpost destroyed.
Squid outpost spotted.
Objective secured. You may proceed to extraction when ready. Objective secured. Receive reinforcements on the way.
And with that one done, we finally head to extraction, which does not go to plan. Even though we died, mission 2 of 3 is complete.
Orbital thrust.
Lastly is a blitz. And honestly, we all know how blitz goes. Let's just skip through this, shall we?
Hold on tight to see outpost cleared. Receive reinforcements requested.
And just like that, the mission's complete. We of course do the rest of the cleanup.
Outpost cleared. Hold on tight. Deceiver en route to assist. Outpost cleared.
I do all the side objectives, by the way, but there was nothing going on and I did not really know how to commentate over them, so I just didn't show them. As we make it to extraction, you would think, okay, easy mission so far. We extract, easy peasy, confetti, confetti, right? Wrong.
Their sacrifice brought us one step closer to ending this illuminate chicanery.
If you've made it this far into the video, I would like to thank you for watching. Challenge completed. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. And is that festive?
Well, I'll be down. Gucci! Get your ass home!